Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go Quick Look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and we are looking at the Shiro Kamo R-2 Petty 150mm knife. This line of knives has a core steel of R-2 powdered metallurgy stainless steel. It's a high-quality, fine-grained stainless steel with very good edge retention properties. The heat treat's about 62 to 63 Rockwell on that core steel. The construction on this line of knives is a multi-layered stainless cladding over the top of that R-2 core steel for a sandwich effect, and they've etched the cladding to show the layers more dramatically, and it also has a nice gunmetal kind of background finish to it. So it's a very attractive blade. It's got a cool look to it. The weight is 79 grams or 2.8 ounces, so a nice light petty. And the blade length on this is right about 150mm, 5.9 inches, almost 6 inches. Overall length, a little over 11 inches. Every knife's going to be just a little different on these knives because they are handmade. The spine thickness on this particular sample coming out of the handle above the back of the blade, the edge is about 2.3 millimeters, and then we taper down just a little bit off of that, and then hold that pretty much until, just maybe a little bit tapered down, but hold that until you hit the grind of the knife and then thin out at the tip. The blade height on this particular sample is kind of a taller, what we call more of a mini Guto style petty, 150 petty. So this one's got about 34 millimeters or so on the edge, so it's a little bit taller. The handle type is a nicely done octagonal ambidextrous rosewood black packwood ferrule handle with nice fit and finish. It's very smooth, nice classic quality look to about it. And the handle circumference is about 67 millimeter, 2.6 inches, right here where the ferrule main part of the handle join. And it's got a nice clean install at the tang, although you'll probably still want to seal these up with some epoxy or wax or something to keep moisture out of there. The balance point on the blade is just right in front of the handle. You can see right at the neck or imoto. So let's take a close-up look at it. These are very attractive knives. So here's that multi-layered cladding. You can easily see the core steel showing through right there at the edge. You do have some hand-chiseled kanji, and it's a little hard to see it super distinctly because of the gunmetal gray finish on here and the layers, but it's there, and it's a nicely done hand-chiseled kanji. And good fit and finish on these. These are high-quality blades. They've got a quality craftsmanship about them. This one is fairly stiff. It's got a touch of flex, but fairly stiff, pretty stout blade. And you've got some relief on the back of the blade here at the what's called the choil into the neck or imoto coming out of the handle. The spine has a little bit of a sharper edge to it, but it's still pretty comfortable. You could knock that down just a touch if you felt like it, although for most people it's probably going to be pretty good right out of the box. And this had a decent edge on it. You can tell it's kind of a quick edge, but it had a reasonably good edge on it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10 on my scale. And it had some tooth or bite to it, so it's serviceable out of the box. But if you can sharpen, you can get this quite a bit sharper, of course. And it will have excellent edge retention. The let's see, as you can see, the handle is just a good, nice piece of wood on there. And I like the look of these rosewood, either buffalo horn, in this case black packwood ferruled handles. They're just nice classic presentation, nice dark finish to them. And let's take a look at it on our cutting board. This would be a great petty in a commercial environment because it is all stainless and it's got, you know, some stiffness to it. It's kind of a workhorse type petty. It won't take abuse, but really none of these Japanese knives are built for abuse, not too many of them. So let's take a look at the profile here, and you can see it's got a bit of a curve to it. It doesn't have a long flat section, but it is a fairly short knife, and it's a fairly tall knife, so I can get pretty high before I start hitting the tip, actually quite a bit higher than I thought I would be able to do, given its shorter length. So here's your profile on the blade. And just a high quality knife. You can just feel the quality of this blade. Again, nice and stiff, kind of a stout feel to it, even though it's very, very light. So here you have an all stainless option for a classic wah-handled 150 petty, the Shiro Kamo R-2 petty 150mm knife.